Anila, your party has painted these farmers, many of whom are Sikh, as separatists. And that tactic fits a pattern of vilifying minorities in India. This time last year, there were also major protests against another series of government policies that were seen as discriminatory against Muslims. Over the years, senior members of your party have said inflammatory things about Muslims, have called migrants from Bangladesh termites, and called critics of the government anti-national, telling them to go to Pakistan. Is anyone who critiques the government automatically labeled anti-national?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But yes, this is the reality that if you talk about Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, and if you talk about Bharatiya Janata Party, the ruling party in the center and in many of the states in our country, yes, we eat, we live, we breathe, we do everything which is national, and we love our country, and we are thoroughly in and out nationalist people, and we are proud of it. This is what my party has taught me. Nation is above anything, and you have to live for your nation. This is what Bharatiya Janata Party is. Yes,
but
if you
being
talk
part
about
of your nation
illegal
does
immigrants
allow
coming
for
from
dissent.
Bangladesh, of course, there is place for dissent. Just now, Mr. Yadav is talking so much against Prime Minister, against our government, against my party. But see, am I saying anything? I'm still smiling because we give place to dissent. But the thing is, this agitation unfortunately has gone in the hands of those who are called urban exilites, who are called Maowadis in my country. And many of the leaders, they have got affiliation to many of the political parties. So the unfortunate thing is this protest is no more the only farmers' protest. Now hidden agendas are being carried out. So that is absolutely wrong. And I totally condemn it. And farmers who are sitting on the borders of the Delhi, they are not representing 99.8% of other farmers who live in other parts of our country.
So, Yugandhar, let me put this to you. All of those quotes, those names, the way that the protesters have been labeled, that's all true. It does, in fact, fit a pattern. Do people feel okay dissenting, and are they labeled anti-nationalists if they disagree with the government's policies?
I should begin by thanking Ms. Singh for allowing me to speak on Al Jazeera. I almost feel like thanking her. She makes it look like a great concession that I can speak. I thought in democracy, these things ought to be taken for granted. And to my mind, this very show has been an example. The discussion of the last 15-20 minutes has been an example of how the ruling party tries to attack personally. I've had no occasion to talk about Ms. Singh. I do not wish to. I wish to talk about arguments. She has found time to talk about me, attack me personally. Absolutely illustrative of the manner in which debates happen in India. Every person is attacked personally, politically, and affiliation of farmers' organization to political parties is held as a crime. I thought labor unions all over the world are associated with political parties. What is the crime here? Sadly, this has become the norm in Indian democracy, not just the ruling party, I'm afraid, a very large segment of the media as well. So it becomes a pack that hounds anyone who is a critic, which is what has seriously compromised the quality of democracy. But I must say, this farmers' protest has come as a big ray of hope. This farmers' protest, you can't vilify farmers in India beyond a point. And when you do so, becomes counterproductive.